Do you ever get those annoying mascara smudges either on your upper lid, your lower lash line? You've probably tried every mascara on the market and it's still happening. Well, today I'm here to share with you 3 reasons why it might not be your mascara's fault, but it might be 3 other things you are doing or not doing in your makeup routine. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Now let's get started. All right, we're gonna start off number 1 with those annoying smudges above the lash line here on the upper lid. If this is happening to you, I'm here to tell you it is probably due to the fact that the oils on your eyelid are breaking down your mascara through the day. A lot of people don't understand how this could happen. You can have really super dry skin everywhere else, yet you have oily eyelids. Also, if you have hooded eyes, I have a more hooded eye on this eye, and you can see when my eye is relaxed, that hood is actually resting right up against my lashes. So through the course of the day, as that eyelid gets oily, it's going to start breaking down that mascara. And it does not matter if it's waterproof mascara. Waterproof mascara is meant to not break down with water, but it does break down when you have oil. So the way to prevent this from happening is you need to use a good eyeshadow primer on your eyelid, even if you're not wearing eyeshadow. And that sounds crazy, but I promise you it's going to make a huge difference. And not just any eyeshadow primer. I experienced this recently with I think it's been reformulated. This is the Milani eyeshadow primer, and I felt like the consistency was different, but I used this in a recent video, and I also tested out a new mascara, and I had smudges within about an hour and a half of that application, and I thought it was the mascara. But lo and behold, I tried that same mascara with the Ulta Beauty Matte Veil eyeshadow primer, and guess what? No smudges. So just because you're using an eyeshadow primer, it might not be strong enough to combat the oils that you have. For many people, this is good enough. And like I said, I believe this has been reformulated slightly when they repackaged it. This doesn't work for me all on its own anymore. So the 2 that I recommend that really work well if you have super oily eyelids, not just the Ulta Matte Veil eyeshadow primer, but the NARS Smudge Proof Eye Base. It says smudge proof for a reason, and this one is completely clear, so you don't have to worry about it adding any coverage or anything. This one is semi-sheer. It has maybe a hint of some coverage, but these are the 2 that I would recommend trying. You want to make sure that you apply enough all over your lid from the lash line all up to your brow. Blend it completely in. Don't apply too much, but you need to apply enough. Allow it to dry, and then if you're not applying any other makeup, no eyeshadow or anything, apply your mascara and see if that makes a difference. Reason number 2 that you may be getting smudging, and we're going to address now below the lash line, and this is because you may be using a concealer or an eye cream that is too emollient. Now, I have super dry under eyes. I know I have oily eyelids, dry under eyes, combo skin. I'm a mess. But what I have found is if I use a concealer that is way too hydrating and I don't set it with powder, I will have smudging below my lower lash line no matter what mascara, no matter what mascara primer I use. A couple of examples would be the Smashbox Becca. This is the color correcting base. This is so emollient, and if you go in with this and then a hydrating concealer and you don't set it, you're gonna have problems. I've also felt always like the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. This is a super thick emollient formula, and if I don't set this with powder, I have smudging under my lower lashes, which also helps create the look of dark circles, and it creates all kinds of problems. So if you're somebody like me that has dry under eyes, I do recommend making sure you have kind of some moisture under there before going in with your concealer. That's one reason why I personally love to use a little bit of almond oil under there before applying my concealer. But the most important thing after you have applied your concealer, you've blended it in, you've applied a minimal amount, you do need to set it with just a hint of powder. Now, if you are mature skin like I am, the idea of powder under your eyes is always a little scary, but I'm here to tell you if you apply just a little tiny bit and you use the right kind of powder, it will make all the difference and it will not make your under eyes look dry and crackly. Now, two powders, they're similar, just a different tone or a different color cast. These are both from Dalton, and this one is the pink brightening treatment powder, and this new one is the yellow brightening treatment powder. So if you are more fair and you have more pink undertones, go with the pink powder. If you're more like I am with yellow undertones, or you have olive complexion or deeper skin tone, try the yellow one. I recommend going in with a really soft kind of fluffy brush. You see how that powder just kind of floofs right out of it? This is the kind of brush you want to go in with, and you don't want to pack on, you don't want to bake that powder under there. Another great powder that I've used for years and loved is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Micro Loose Finishing Powder. This is the most lightweight powder, and this is actually a finishing powder, and it almost has, it has like silicone spheres in it, and it really just creates just the softest kind of finish under the eyes. It is going to help kind of seal in that concealer and therefore prevent your mascara from breaking down. All right, if you are doing both of those things and you're still getting smudging, there's one more possible culprit, and that may be your setting spray. If you're somebody who gets all done with your makeup, like we see so many people do, you don't see me do it very often, but a lot of people, especially if you have dry skin, you love this final step. You love to go in with a really hydrating mist to kind of help set down the powders, to add a little extra hydration. You may actually even do this throughout the day to refresh your skin. Well, guess what? If you're going in with something like this, this is the Laura Geller Spackle Mist Restore, and this has coconut water in it. If you're going in with something like this, even the Make It Last from Milani, this has glycerin in it. The Morphe setting spray, this is kind of hydrating. Glycerin, any type of coconut, any type of hydrating ingredient. If you apply this to your face after you've applied mascara, guess what? That is going to slightly break down your mascara and possibly cause problems throughout the day. So it doesn't mean that you can't use one of these hydrating mists. What it does mean is you need to do this step before you apply mascara. And I would also recommend covering up your eye as you mist the side of your face, because this can also provide a little bit too much hydration to your eyelid area and therefore cause more oils to break through and then break down your mascara. So apply this definitely before you apply your mascara, and try as much as you can to keep that setting spray off of your eye area, and I think that you're gonna see a huge difference. I hope that this video was helpful for you. If it was, please give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.